Well, the front page of today's USA Today had a lead story, the first, I guess, 25% of the front page, VA watchdog great failure to vets. Well, what's new there? Back in 1998, in my audio cassette tape, Medical Mousetrap, I said you have two opportunities to give your life to your country. One's on the field of battle and the other's in the VA hospital. And I mean, the VA, this was at the state, New York State medical classes where they have to take CME, continuing medical education, to keep their license in the state of New York for medical doctors. And the ones working for the VA hospital, they wadded up programs and threw them at me and cussed me out. This is all being filmed and recorded, right? And so the next year is exactly the same time, December of 1999, a year later, big headlines in the New York Times says medical doctors in the VA system kill 700 veterans every year. Oh, that was a big headline in the New York Times. It says there's a minimum of 3,000 mistakes that cause the vets to have to remain for the rest of their life in the VA system, and all these other, what you would consider minor mistakes. There's thousands of them every year. And so that kind of sort of confirmed what I had said the year before. Remember, I'm a pathologist, and I do autopsies on there are all kinds of people, including veterans. I'm seeing, what shows up on the autopsy table is bad stuff, and VA doctors are responsible for a lot of it. Well, in today's newspaper, as it continues on, there's a guy by the name of Dave Houlihan, who's a physician in charge of the Toma VA hospital in Toma, Wisconsin. And this is a kid who is a Marine who was on 14 prescription drugs, and this Dave Houlihan gives him a prescription drug as a morphine-type drug, opioid drug. And the kid, of course, overdoses because he's adding this opioid to 14 other prescription drugs, many of which were narcotic drugs, right? Polypharmacy, overdose. It was predictable. I mean, you could see it happening on paper before it happened, okay? Of course, they terminated this guy, turned him loose, and didn't change anything else. Everything else was going on. In fact, this doctor was so used to handing out these opioid drugs, his nickname was Candyman. Okay, that's all the vets call him, Candyman. He just, you have a complaint, here, take an opioid. You have a complaint, take this opium product. And, of course, this is rife throughout the entire VA system. Now, the problem is deeper. The problem is much deeper. First of all, let's go to military personnel in boot camp, regardless of the service, and they don't get any vitamins and minerals from the government. They get canned food, dry food, fried foods, soft drinks, all the bad stuff, processed meats, bologna, salami, pastrami, sausages, ham, bacon, all that kind of stuff, pepperoni pizza, and so on. And then they wonder why they drop dead during basic training camp. Many of them do. I don't know the statistics on it, but it happens quite frequently. Cardiomyopathy, heart attacks, strokes, ruptured aneurysms. That's because these kids don't get any vitamins and minerals. They do not give them any vitamins and minerals. Well, it gets worse, okay? When they're in the field of battle and they come back with PTSD, remember, your brain requires 90 essential nutrients, 16 minerals, 16 vitamins, 12 amino acids, 3 fatty acids, and all this stuff, including PTSD, which is what you have, bipolar disease in civilian clothes. If you have bipolar disease and you're in any kind of military uniform, they call it PTSD, okay? Post-traumatic stress syndrome disease, and it's a nutritional deficiency of the brain. So they come back from the field of battle, or they give them these antidepressive drugs there, and they commit suicide. Well, one of the side effects, just read in the physician's desk reference, one of the side effects of all these antidepressant medications is suicide. So you're giving these severely nutritionally deficient people these drugs where the side effect is suicide. So we're getting 20 veterans from active duty come back, 20 veterans a day are committing suicide here in the United States. We kill more with these antidepressive drugs of our military personnel than the enemy does and ISIS does in the field of battle. Okay, this is crazy. Okay, and so all of these psychologists and psychiatrists in the military should have a suspension. They should actually not be able to prescribe these antidepressant drugs anymore. I would like to work with the military. I won't charge them anything. We can get them all the products for wholesale, and we need to get all these kids in the field of battle before they get sick on the 90 essential nutrients, 16 minerals, 16 vitamins, 12 amino acids, 3 fatty acids. That's one problem. Another problem is the spouses of active military personnel have 18% unemployment. It's like 4 times higher than it is in the average American public, if you believe the statistics. And so I'm inviting everybody who's in the military to have their spouse, if they don't have a job, because they move around a lot and it's hard to get a job of any consequence because they move every 6 months, every year, whatever it is. And so they're not dependable to be trained, and then they move away. And so what I'm going to do is have them become a Youngevity associate, which they can take with them into any state and 55 countries, and run a business and raise money for their kids for school and clothing and so forth, enhance the financial benefit. And until the government agrees to give all our military personnel vitamins and minerals, they can ship them on active duty and in boot camp and on duty here in U.S. territories the 90 cents of nutrients. And we will stop all this suicide. We'll stop it overnight. Contact your Youngevity associate today. Let's help our veterans. Let's let Youngevity lead the way, and we can help. We can make it happen. We can protect these young kids, both men and women, and their families. We can make it happen. We'll be back with Dead Doctors Don't Lie after these messages. Okay, Doug, what pearls of wisdom do you have for us today?
Well, I thought we'd talk about sleep, as I've got a story from Fox News headlined 5 Natural Sleep Aids. They say sleep restores us, and not getting enough puts us at greater risk for heart disease and cancer, even makes us smarter when you get enough sleep. They say about 10% of the population is chronically sleep deprived. They say if you're having trouble sleeping, don't dart to the prescription sleep drugs, which have a habit-forming and harmful if you live in certain conditions, and even some people end up with sleep eating and sleep driving habits. There was that one senator that tried to crash into the White House on that, I believe it was Ambien, and they say many foods and drinks and herbs and other natural sleep aids can help you put you to sleep. They say in a small study, participants drank 8 ounces of tart cherry juice as known as sour cherry juice in the morning and another 8 ounces in the evening, reported having better sleeping habits. Say all cherries are naturally high in melatonin, a compound that makes you sleep. And they say fish and sea creatures contain sleep-inducing tryptophan, including shrimp, cod, and tuna. However, they do warn about some of the toxicity I found in a lot of the fish these days. A carb-protein combo, so you could get your tryptophan fix from other things. Warm milk can help you sleep since tryptophan is contained in milk. They say a key to is combining carbs with protein containing tryptophan, pairing a cup of whole grain cereal with organic milk before bedtime. Lemon balm, scented lemon, member of the mint family, has been known to have sleep-inducing compounds for years. Is making a lemon balm tea by steeping it 1 to 2 teaspoons of the dried herb in 1 cup of hot water for 5 to 10 minutes. And then they say other herbs. Sage also works as a natural sleep aid. 4 tablespoons in a cup of hot water. Steep it for 4 hours. Strain it and reheat it. Chamomile tea, valerian teas, and others are other sleep inducers. So there you go. Natural ways. I didn't mention these sleepies, though. I thought they were kind of remiss there.
Yeah. Well, one of the things I want to remind people, Doug, is that we actually have a book called Energy Crisis. It goes into all of the benefits of herbal teas and green tea and black teas, all of the benefits of coffee and so forth. And, of course, we've got the wonderful Java Fit coffee. And if you're a tea drinker, just keep your eyes and ears open because something may be happening in Youngevity. So you want to get that book, Energy Crisis. It goes into comparing our energy drinks with the energy drinks, on the market. Our pollen burst, for instance, it compares that with things like Monster and Red Bull and kind of stuff. And then our Rebound, our sports drink with 100 nutrients, is compared with Gatorade with 2 nutrients and Powerade with 6 nutrients. And then it goes into how vertebrates, including human beings, extract energy from proteins, from fats, and from carbohydrates and sugars. Goes into a list of all the sugar substitutes, which ones are natural, which ones are artificial. It's a really a great way to be able to answer questions to your customers, associates, and your families about coffee and energy drinks and sports drinks and tea. It's a great little investment, tax deductible. Energy Crisis, the book. We're selling more and more and more of them now since we have Java Fit. And keep your eyes open because something else is going to happen here pretty soon. And we'll be back with Dead Doctors Don't Lie after these messages. Okay, Doug, let's go to callers.
All right, let's head to California, and Ron, you're on with Dr. Wallach.
Hello, Ron. You're on the air.
Hi, Dr. Wallach. Listen, I have a question. I work down in Central and South America, and a lot of my people are starting to get this some type of infection. It's like a Zika virus. They get a fever, joint pain, headaches, muscle pain, swelling in the joints, a rash, and some nausea. Sometimes they stay in bed all day. Have we got anything, because I have your product, do we have anything that would help them, in your opinion?
Well, of course, we just have to determine if this is, in fact, an infectious disease, because there's other things that can cause those exact series of symptoms, including the fever, one of which is a gluten intolerance. When you start throwing rashes in there, if it's not measles, these are people of all ages, and they're getting joint pain and rashes and fevers. This can be a gluten intolerance, and when people are used to eating potatoes and onions and beans and things like that, and suddenly now they're all eating pizzas and having bread and pasta and so forth, which is being introduced to those areas, suddenly now they're showing the symptoms of gluten intolerance. And so I would look at it as two possibilities. One is a gluten intolerance, and the other is an infectious disease. And so first of all, they need to get rid of all the bad foods, take all the pressure off their immune system so their immune system can deal with whatever it might be. And so that means no fried foods, no processed meats, no oils, no gluten. And then, Shar, what would you give somebody who might have an infectious disease or might have a gluten intolerance? What would you give them as a supplement program?
Well, I'd give them Biotic and colloidal silver.
Okay, Biotic, yes, colloidal silver, and that's in addition to the 90. And so, to make it economical for these folks, as Shar says, I'd give them one healthy start pack, that's the 90 essential nutrients per 100 pounds of body weight. And then Biotic, I'd have them take 3 of those twice a day per 100 pounds of body weight. It'd be 2 bottles a month for 100 pounds of body weight, Biotic. It's a blend of 8 herbs that actually support the immune system. 2 of those herbs actually have antimicrobial properties for both bacteria, viruses, fungus, and yeast. And then also the colloidal silver, they can gargle with that. If they have any open lesions like things like herpes or shingles, that kind of stuff, you can actually soak a cotton ball and dab it all over and keep those rashes and blisters. The colloidal silver will kill viruses, and so if it is a virus. But if it's itchy and not painful, but just itchy, and they have a respiratory thing along with it, it could be a gluten intolerance. And so I would use some, what would you use for just pain and itch relief topically on top of that rash, Shar?
CM cream with trauma oil in it.
CM cream with trauma oil, you get an A+, very good. And just apply that, and then give us a call every couple of weeks if you would, please, Ron, and let us know how it's going down there. We'll walk you through this, and we'd like to help those people. We'll be back with Dead Doctors Don't Lie after these messages. Okay, Doug, let's go to callers.
All right, let's head to California. And Manya, you're on with Dr. Wallach.
Okay, Manya, you're on the air.
Okay, hi.
Hi.
My name is Manya. Of course, you know that. But anyway, I was calling on behalf of my son. He just told me yesterday that he had clogged artery. It's in his chest, and it's actually protruding out like a lump. And he's already had, well, I didn't know, but he told me he had a CT scan, and it really didn't do anything, but that's what they came up with. Now they want him to do an MRI. So,
okay.
And the symptoms that he's getting, he told me that he has light random chest pain, maybe every 1 or 2 days.
Okay, now, how old is your son? How old is your son?
He's 29 years old.
Okay. And does he have any other issues like diabetes or arthritis or skin problems, eczema, dermatitis, any respiratory stuff, asthma, bronchitis?
None of that.
None of that. Okay, good. And what does he do for a living?
He's a transportation driver. He drives a van.
Okay. Very good. Okay, is he on medication now for blood pressure or chest pain?
No, matter of fact, he's the healthiest one in my family.
Okay. You say he weighs 100 and what?
He weighs 175 pounds.
Okay.
And he's 5'8".
Okay. Okay, Shar, this is a Shar thing. What would you do for this young fellow, 29 years old, has chest pain? They've done some stuff on him, and they say he's got some clogged arteries in his chest, I'm assuming in his heart. And so what would you do for this young fellow?
I get him on 2 healthy brain and heart packs, and then I would give him, in addition to that, I would give him the Ultimate Daily Classic,
Okay.
and the Niacin Plus, and the Cardio Sticks.
Perfect. You get an A+. Very good. Good job. Yeah, Char's exactly right. You want to get your son off the inflammatory foods, which is what causes blockages in the arteries, causing inflammation in the arteries. No fried foods, no processed meats with nitrates and nitrites, and no oils. It means no microwave popcorn, no theater popcorn, no olive oil, no coconut oil, no margarines, mayonnaise, sulfurs, and cooking oils, no gluten, so he can absorb efficiently, no wheat, barley, rye, and oats. So it's a major change in his lifestyle and eating habits. And then Char's exactly right. At 170-something pounds, I'd give your son 2 of the Healthy Brain and Heart Packs, a full dose of everything twice a day. And then also, I'd have him take 3 of the Ultimate Daily Classic tablets 3 times a day. There'll be 3 bottles a month. I'd have him take 2 of the Ultimate Cardio Sticks twice a day. 2 a day. 2 a day, 1 at breakfast, 1 at dinner time. That's 2 boxes a month. They come 30 in a box. And the Niacin Plus, Ultimate Niacin Plus, I'd give him 2 at breakfast, 2 at dinner time. That's 2 bottles a month. It's a time-release, non-flush niacin. It also has nattokinase in it, which will dissolve blood clots. And the Ultimate Daily Classic, the Cardio Sticks, and the Niacin Plus are to support and promote healthy blood flow, support healthy blood pressure. And give us a call every couple of weeks. Let us know how your son's doing, because he should show an enormous improvement very quickly. We'll be back after these messages.
Let's head to Chicago, Illinois. And Dave, you're on with Dr. Wallach.
Well, Dave, you're on the air.
Dr. Wallach, thank you for taking my call.
Yes, sir. How can we help you?
Doctor, I have a 15-year-old girl, 4 feet 5 inches high, 88 pounds, and I said 15 years old already.
Mm-hmm.
She suffers from nail patella. She was born with this syndrome. And I gather some information that determines that she's got some gluten intolerance. But I'd like to have more information so I can help her, doctor.
Okay, when you said patella, are you talking about her knees?
Right. She was born with no knees, and some of the nails are missing. And she's had several surgeries to try to straighten her legs out as much as possible.
Okay, is she able to walk? Is she able to walk with crutches or a walker? Or?
Crutches. She uses crutches.
Mm-hmm.
She's got acid reflux, constipation, insomnia, allergies. I know that she's got a gluten intolerance.
Okay, sure. Does she have any skin problems? Any skin problems?
Yes, she does.
Yeah, okay.
Yes, she does.
All right. Okay, this is a Char thing. Char, 88-pound, 15-year-old girl born with birth defects of the knees, has a gluten intolerance, so mom had it, and maybe that's why she has so many birth defects, because mama couldn't absorb nutrients if it was in the food, right? So what would you do for this 88-pound girl?
I'd give her 1 healthy bone and joint pack.
Okay. What else? She got reflux. What else would you do for her?
I give her the enzymes.
The ultimate enzyme, yeah. Give her 1 before each meal, or maybe a half of 1 before each meal, with a couple ounces of water. And if she has some bloating with it, what would you add to the ultimate enzyme?
I'd give her some peppermint oil.
Yep, 4 or 5 drops. 4 or 5 drops of the peppermint oil from aromatherapy oil division, and in say a cup full of warm water, and let her sip on that through her meal, and then take that half or 1. She'll be able to determine which is better for her. Start out with a half of an ultimate enzyme tablet, like 2 minutes before each meal, with a couple ounces of water. And as Char says, 1 healthy bone and joint pack, divide everything in half a dose at breakfast, half a dose at dinner time, and keep her away from all the bad stuff, the fried foods, the processed meats, all the gluten. That's going to help her with the skin problems and also help with the reflux and all the things that are secondary to the gluten intolerance, and add many health years of her life. And because she's missing her patellas, who were born without kneecaps, this is going to require some surgery, and they have prostheses. They have actually artificial kneecaps they can put in there. And, of course, I haven't seen the x-rays or anything, so sometimes it's better just to fuse the joint, and sometimes it's in such a shape that it's possible to put an artificial kneecap in there, or artificial knee. So that's to be determined. Maybe they want to fuse it, and then when she gets to be 20 years old and she's at her maximum growth stage at that point, they might consider a knee replacement or something. But that's all to be determined by looking at the x-rays and examining her and so on. But in the meantime, the diet and the supplement program. And if she has pain in those knees, what would you give her, Shar, for the pain or inflammation, swelling in her knees and other joints?
I'd give her the CM cream with the trauma oil added to it.
Absolutely. For every teaspoon of the CM cream, you'd apply it to her joints, her tendons, her ligaments, her muscles, her back, any place that's uncomfortable or hurts or has restricted motion or funny angles and things because of the birth defects. You want to use, for every teaspoon of the CM cream you're going to apply to these areas for pain relief and reduction of inflammation, you want to add 4 to 5 drops of the trauma oil. It comes in little 10 ml bottles from our aromatherapy division. It's a blend of oils that have anti-inflammatory and analgesic, or aka pain relief, properties. And within 10-15 minutes, you get significant relief of pain and inflammation, and then can last for 3 to 5 hours. So you may need to use it twice a day or 3 times a day. But bones are rebuildable. Cartilage, if it's there, is rebuildable. We can support and promote maintenance repair of these tissues. If it's not there, if it's just totally missing, then that produces another problem. So give us a call if you would, please, Dave, and let us know how this young lady's doing. But that's where we'd start her. And then please feel free to call. We just love kids. We want to make sure we do the very best we can for her. Give us a call as things go along here. We'll walk you through this. Okay, Doug, let's go to callers.
Well, let's stay there in Illinois and head over to Shane. You're on with Dr. Wallach.
Well, Shane, you're on the air.
Greetings and salutations, good doctor.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, I would like to ask a question. I have a impacted upper wisdom tooth, and should have been taken out 30 years ago. I'm 47. Didn't. So I have 2 of them up there also. I'm a lucky guy, he said. He also told me there's a cyst in there, so they got to go in there, pull the 2 wisdom teeth out, clean the cyst out. Then he said that the cyst pushed my sinus cavity up the bone. And then he says he needs to cut it out and put a graft in there. And now and then I asked him, I says, will the bone just go back? Can we just pull the teeth, clean the cyst out, and just let it go back the way it was? He says, at your age, the bone will not grow back. We have to put a graft in there. And then the next quick thing, Doc, he gave me 3 options for the graft. He gave me a bovine graft, and then he said then there's a human one you would get out of a cadaver, which I don't think I want just because of energy issues. And then the next one would be the seashell. Now, out of those 3, if you could recommend the best one and anything else you could recommend, Doc. Thank you very much.
Okay. Well, definitely, regardless of age, even 102 years old, I've seen bone regrow. When you give the bone the right raw materials, bones have genes just like all other tissues, and they would like to do their job. Bones want to heal themselves like all other tissues, but you have to give it the raw materials. Doing surgery is one thing, but you still need the nutrition to prevent the problem, and you still need the nutrition to repair the problem or maintain any benefit you got from the surgery. So I would go get another opinion from another dentist about these wisdom teeth, since you've had them since you were 17 years old. And in the meantime, you could use, what would you use for anti-inflammatory, a systemic thing, Shar? What would you use for a systemic thing?
An anti-inflammatory?
Mm-hmm.
Well, to take it internally, you mean?
Mm-hmm.
I would take the CM gel caps personally.
There you go, the CM Plus, gel caps. And you take those. I'd take 3 of them twice a day, and it's going to give you a whole body, including your jaws and your upper mandible. Excuse me. And basically, be an anti-inflammatory thing, relieve all the swelling. You can actually put some colloidal silver on that area if it's inflamed and has some infection. The colloidal silver will actually be very soothing and relieve and kill bugs and things. But then, what would you give him? What do you weigh, Shane?
I'm 6 foot tall, 200 pounds.
I'm sorry, 200 pounds?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What would you give him to kind of rebuild, give the raw materials to support maintenance repair of that septum and his hard palate and all that kind of stuff?
I'd give him 2 healthy bone and joint packs.
You get an A+. There's where I'd go first. I'd give it a couple of months with the 2 healthy bone and joint packs. Get rid of the bad foods, including carbonated drinks. You can absorb the minerals. Then call us back every 2 weeks, 2 weeks, 4 weeks, 6 weeks, 8 weeks. Get another opinion or 2, and then make a decision what you're going to do. We'll be back after these messages. We're back with Dead Doctors Don't Lie on the ZBS Radio Network. Dr. Joel Wallach here for Youngevity, 90 for Life Crusade. And Doug, let's go to callers.
Let's head to Michigan. And Dave, you're on with Dr. Wallach.
Oh, Dave, you're on the air.
Hey, Doc, Dave and the Thumb. How you doing, sir?
Okay, sir. Yeah, we got two Michiganders. We got you and Shar.
All right, yeah. Hey, I just wanted to wish you an early happy birthday. I don't know if I'd be able to get through to you. So happy birthday. And I got a couple of friends that are herding sheep this year, and they're telling me that sheep can't have copper. They'll die if they get copper. So
that's
what's
absolutely
your story
not true.
on copper?
Absolutely not true. Sheep will get several diseases if they have a copper deficiency, one of which is called steely wool disease, or actually their wool gets very sharp and stiff like pig bristles, very easy to diagnose. It's caused by a copper deficiency because the elastic fibers don't form properly in the wool. But even more importantly, they get a disease called enzootic ataxia. They stumble around like a drunk sailor. They foam at the mouth. The same disease in cattle is called mad cow disease. This was determined in sheep back in the 1860s in Australia, where they had no copper in the soil, and they're all wobbling around like drunk sailors in that one particular area where there's no copper. And in the southern half of England, there's very high rates of not only enzootic ataxia in sheep, but mad cow disease in cattle and Creutzfeldt-Jacobs disease in humans. All the same disease, all a copper deficiency. It has nothing to do with prions or prions or whatever you want to call them. Okay? And so your friend has got the story backwards. Sheep require copper like all vertebrates do. When you have a copper deficiency, Shar, what's some of the other symptoms of a copper deficiency in human beings and animals?
Bleeding, aneurysm.
Ruptured aneurysms, okay. And what about veins?
Well, all you get, your veins all stretch out and they don't work.
Well, you get spider veins, varicose veins, hemorrhoids, aneurysms, and you get white hair. Of course, white wool is important for sheep, but so you can't tell if they've lost any color because it's white to begin with. But they get steely wool, which is a symptom of poor quality. You will not get paid a whole lot for wool that's copper deficient. And they get enzootic ataxia if they're copper deficient. You must give sheep a high trace element salt block, which includes copper, and give them, of course, in addition to their pasture and hay and so forth, they need alfalfa pellets with... How many nutrients do sheep need, Shar?
Well, 90.
Well, there you go. All vertebrates, Char's exactly right. All vertebrates, including sheep and cattle and horses and turtles and fish, giraffe and elephants, crocodiles, flamingos, rats, dogs, cats, birds, parakeets, chickens, turkeys. All vertebrates require 90 essential nutrients, including 60 minerals, one of which is copper, which is required as a cofactor for many, many things, including making hemoglobin. Doctors, a lot of times, there'll be people who are copper deficient, and they get anemia, and they give them iron and give them iron and give them iron, and they still have to give them transfusions because they say, they're iron resistant. No, they're just copper deficient. Copper is also required to make good hemoglobin. So tell your friend, wrong view, so whoever told him that should go to jail. Okay, how much time we have here, Doug?
You've got about 45 seconds.
45 seconds. Well, okay. Well, I'm going to invite everybody to get a hold of that book, Rare Earths of Incures, and the book Epigenetics, and go into these mineral deficiencies, Rare Earths of Incures and Epigenetics, and you will learn, okay, all these different deficiencies. You'll learn the story about enzootic ataxia in sheep in Australia, mad cow disease in sheep called enzootic ataxia, in human beings it's called Creutzfeldt-Jacobs disease. It is not caused by prions. It's not an infectious disease. It's a simple copper deficiency. All the proof is in the book Rare Earths of Incures and the book Epigenetics, The Death of the Genetic Theory of Disease Transmission. Once again, failed medical theories, the prions. What a dumb theory that was. They took ground up brains of human beings with Creutzfeldt-Jacobs disease, injected into chimpanzees, no transfer disease, not infectious. They took brains of mad cows and ticked off sheep and put it in sheep and cows, didn't transmit, not infectious. Prions are not infectious. A false medical theory. Beep. Well, thank you, everybody. Thank you so much, Shar. Super job today. Thank you so much, Doug and Richard. Superlative job as usual. God bless each and every one of you. God bless our troops. God bless our Navy SEALs. And God bless America.
Imagine a rich, decadent chocolate that's actually good for you. Youngevity's Triple Treat chocolate is just that, an antioxidant-rich dark chocolate complete with probiotics to aid in proper digestion. This all-natural product contains no preservatives, and for those with dietary restrictions, it's gluten-free, dairy-free, glycemic-friendly, and kosher certified. Not only does Triple Treat dark chocolate taste fantastic, it contains super antioxidant blueberries to absorb free radicals with an ORAC value of 16,936 per piece. Triple Treat chocolate also contains a proprietary blend of probiotics with over 500 million live healthy bacteria per 8 grams at the time of manufacture, with 80% reaching the intestines, which is much more than most live culture yogurts. If you'd like to learn more about nutritional supplementation, call your local Youngevity associate, and don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities.
If you've been diagnosed with type 2 diabetes, prediabetes, or the metabolic syndrome, and you're tired of seeing your blood glucose levels rise and fall like a ship on the ocean, but you don't want to take those drugs the rest of your life, Youngevity has an alternative. A product called Sweeties has been developed just for you. Used as part of your regular diet, Sweeties helps maintain healthy blood sugar levels, a formulation specially designed to nutritionally assist your body with the regulation of your blood sugar level. Sweeties supports healthy glucose metabolism because it's fortified with aspartic acid, chromium, and vanadium, all to help you promote healthy blood sugar levels. If you want to get off those drugs and control your blood sugar metabolism naturally, try Youngevity's Sweeties product. If you'd like to learn more about nutritional supplementation, call your local Youngevity associate, and don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities.
You've listened to physician and veterinarian Dr. Joel Wallach help many people on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie talk radio program. You've also heard hundreds of people tell how Dr. Wallach and Youngevity products have changed their lives. If you're now convinced that Dr. Wallach is onto something and you want to try Youngevity's premium quality products for yourself, we can connect you with a distributor that serves your local area. Simply call our special helpline voicemail at 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call right now and leave your name, telephone number, or email address, and we'll see to it that the right person contacts you shortly. Remember, the phone number, 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call now to change your life. That's 313-444-3463.
Hi everyone, Andy Anderson here. Are you using those handy little bottles of gel that zap germs, bacteria, and other nasties? In today's world, that's smart, especially with all the filthy doorknobs, shopping carts, and handrails we touch every day. Here's what you may not know. Once the alcohol evaporates, goodbye effectiveness. No more protection until you use it again. PureWorks to the rescue. Our FDA-compliant foam, lotion, soap, and spray do not rely on alcohol. Their killing power lasts up to 4 hours. PureWorks disinfecting spray is EPA certified to kill swine flu, bird flu, MRSA, HIV, hepatitis B and C, and a whole host of viruses and bacteria. Mold and fungus too. It's even safe around children and pets. You'll love the soft feel of PureWorks on your hand. It actually conditions and will not dry your skin. Here's a little peace of mind knowing your hands are still germ-free hours later. Get your hands on PureWorks and get PureWorks on your hands. Stand by. Pull out your paper and pencil for your local number to order PureWorks.
Imagine a rich, decadent chocolate that's actually good for you. Youngevity's Triple Treat chocolate is just that, an antioxidant-rich dark chocolate complete with probiotics to aid in proper digestion. This all-natural product contains no preservatives, and for those with dietary restrictions, it's gluten-free, dairy-free, glycemic-friendly, and kosher certified. Not only does Triple Treat dark chocolate taste fantastic, it contains super antioxidant blueberries to absorb free radicals with an ORAC value of 16,936 per piece. Triple Treat chocolate also contains a proprietary blend of probiotics with over 500 million live healthy bacteria per 8 grams at the time of manufacture, with 80% reaching the intestines, which is much more than most live culture yogurts. If you'd like to learn more about nutritional supplementation, call your local Youngevity associate, and don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities.
If you've been diagnosed with type 2 diabetes, prediabetes, or the metabolic syndrome, and you're tired of seeing your blood glucose levels rise and fall like a ship on the ocean, but you don't want to take those drugs the rest of your life, Youngevity has an alternative. A product called Sweeties has been developed just for you. Used as part of your regular diet, Sweeties helps maintain healthy blood sugar levels, a formulation specially designed to nutritionally assist your body with the regulation of your blood sugar level. Sweeties supports healthy glucose metabolism because it's fortified with aspartic acid, chromium, and vanadium, all to help you promote healthy blood sugar levels. If you want to get off those drugs and control your blood sugar metabolism naturally, try Youngevity's Sweeties product. If you'd like to learn more about nutritional supplementation, call your local Youngevity associate, and don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities.
You've listened to physician and veterinarian Dr. Joel Wallach help many people on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie talk radio program. You've also heard hundreds of people tell how Dr. Wallach and Youngevity products have changed their lives. If you're now convinced that Dr. Wallach is onto something and you want to try Youngevity's premium quality products for yourself, we can connect you with a distributor that serves your local area. Simply call our special helpline voicemail at 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call right now and leave your name, telephone number, or email address, and we'll see to it that the right person contacts you shortly. Remember, the phone number, 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call now to change your life. That's 313-444-3463. Imagine a rich, decadent chocolate that's actually good for you. Youngevity's Triple Treat Chocolate is just that, an antioxidant-rich dark chocolate complete with probiotics to aid in proper digestion. This all-natural product contains no preservatives, and for those with dietary restrictions, it's gluten-free, dairy-free, glycemic-friendly, and kosher certified. Not only does Triple Treat Dark Chocolate taste fantastic, it contains super antioxidant blueberries to absorb free radicals with an ORAC value of 16,936 per piece. Triple Treat Chocolate also contains a proprietary blend of probiotics with over 500 million live healthy bacteria per 8 grams at the time of manufacture, with 80% reaching the intestines, which is much more than most live culture yogurts. If you'd like to learn more about nutritional supplementation, call your local Youngevity associate, and don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities.
If you've been diagnosed with type 2 diabetes, prediabetes, or the metabolic syndrome, and you're tired of seeing your blood glucose levels rise and fall like a ship on the ocean, but you don't want to take those drugs the rest of your life, Youngevity has an alternative. A product called Sweeties has been developed just for you. Used as part of your regular diet, Sweeties helps maintain healthy blood sugar levels, a formulation specially designed to nutritionally assist your body with the regulation of your blood sugar level. Sweeties supports healthy glucose metabolism because it's fortified with aspartic acid, chromium, and vanadium, all to help you promote healthy blood sugar levels. If you want to get off those drugs and control your blood sugar metabolism naturally, try Youngevity's Sweeties product. If you'd like to learn more about nutritional supplementation, call your local Youngevity associate, and don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities.
You've listened to physician and veterinarian Dr. Joel Wallach help many people on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie talk radio program. You've also heard hundreds of people tell how Dr. Wallach and Youngevity products have changed their lives. If you're now convinced that Dr. Wallach is onto something and you want to try Youngevity's premium quality products for yourself, we can connect you with a distributor that serves your local area. Simply call our special helpline voicemail at 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call right now and leave your name, telephone number, or email address, and we'll see to it that the right person contacts you shortly. Remember, the phone number, 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call now to change your life. That's 313-444-3463. You've listened to physician and veterinarian Dr. Joel Wallach help many people on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie talk radio program. You've also heard hundreds of people tell how Dr. Wallach and Youngevity products have changed their lives. If you're now convinced that Dr. Wallach is onto something and you want to try Youngevity's premium quality products for yourself, we can connect you with a distributor that serves your local area. Simply call our special helpline voicemail at 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call right now and leave your name, telephone number, or email address, and we'll see to it that the right person contacts you shortly. Remember, the phone number, 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call now to change your life. That's 313-444-3463.
I am Judy DeVilbus. Here I am speaking to you again. I just wanted to tell you that recently I started drinking the Whey Shakes again, the chocolate Whey Shake. And you need to remember, the Whey Shake isn't just for losing weight. It's a fantastic place to get your great protein. And if you're trying to gain weight, you can take it along with your meals. And the best part is, if you want to just have a great protein shake, do like I do. Put it over ice, stir it up, and you can sip on it for 20 minutes to an hour. I do it every single day. I absolutely love it. You need to get back to it too. It's really good for you. And it makes not fat, but it makes muscle after you work out. And you can also mix it up in a blender with an egg, and you have the most incredible health protein shake. Or mix it with a little water, stir it up, and you have a little pudding. And who doesn't like pudding?
For more information or to order, call your Youngevity distributor today. And don't forget to ask about Youngevity home-based business opportunities.